restlessness, anxiety, depression, errors, life errors, mistakes that we have made that seems to continue to haunt. But Solomon says here in this passage of scripture, he says, whosoever breaks the edge, the serpent will bite. So he was saying, don't allow the edge to be broken. Because if the edge is broken, the serpent will come in and the serpent will bite. If your edge is not open, if your fences are high, then it's impossible for the serpent to come in. And if the serpent can't get in, it won't be able to bite you. But the problem is, many of us are not dealing with serpents that are on the outside. Many of us already broke the edge. The serpent already came in, and the serpent has already bitten. So our situation is not that of preemptive or preventive. Our situation is a problem-solving situation. So Solomon says that if you don't want the serpent to bite, don't let your edge be broken. Yeah, well, that's old news. Because many of us are dealing with already broken edges. Many of us are dealing with problems that we put ourselves in. Many of us are dealing with serpentine issues that have already transpired. We are suffering the consequences of things we have done. So Solomon says, even when the serpent has come in, that's not the end. If your edge is already broken and the serpent has entered your life, some of you, the serpent has beaten you. Others are still running about in your garden from the serpent. Solomon says, that's not the end of you. Yeah, you made mistakes and you found yourself in this situation. That's not the end of you. You should have gone to school, but you never did. And that's why you don't have the best job now. That's not the end of you. You should have raised your kids right. You should have taught them the right thing and raised them in the way of the Lord. You should have brought them to church while they were young. But right now, they're all over town doing all kind of stuff. That is not the end of it. Even when the serpent has already bitten, even if you have married the wrong guy and the guy broke your heart and left you, that is not the end of you. If you entered into the wrong profession and it looks as if you are frustrated right now, that is not the end of you. The serpent has come in and it's not yet the end. Why? Because if you are still alive, you've got the power to tell that serpent, get out of my garden or you die. Intact. I've not come here to talk to those who don't have any serpent or foxes in their garden. I've not come this morning to talk to those who are still in the preventive measure stage of their lives. I'm not talking to those who have it together. I'm not talking to those who have all things working well for them, and all those who have been living in a place of roses and beauty. I'm not talking to those who have had it good all their lives. I've come here this morning to talk to those who have messed up, those who have been broken, busted, disgusted, mesmerized, disdained, ostracized, disenfranchised. I've come to talk to those whom the devil has already dealt with. I've come to talk to those who the devil has tempted, has brought down, has caused to fall. I've come to talk to those who have suffered persecution, suffered hatred, suffered pain. You have suffered evil conspiracies against your life. You have suffered all kinds of attacks. You have been sick. You almost died. You have been in a place of oppression and suppression. You almost lost your mind. I'm talking to those who have been under the power of the enemy, and they struggle every day to make ends meet, to get themselves back above water. I've come to talk to those who look everywhere around them and all they see are serpents and foxes.